feeling, Drew? That's a play line for the first time.
That's good.
That's a first, isn't it? Feeling very happy. We had a lot of build-up during the week. 6-day break off a loss as well, so plenty of factors that might have gone against us, I suppose, but it just showed some good resilience from the team tonight, and it was plenty of hard work went into the result. Yeah, just got a bit of crampiness, sort of tightness through my adductor, so the coach didn't want to risk it. I was happy to go out and try for 5 or so minutes to see how I'd go, but luckily Lockie Hansen and Robbie Tarrant were able to pick up the slack as well and did a great job forward.
Right, it was like everyone did their part tonight, and that was fairly comprehensive team.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. And the players that probably won't get too much recognition in terms of their output on the stat sheet or, the flashy things they did. There were a lot of players there that we really valued their roles. I thought Lockie Hansen was fantastic tonight, not just because of what he did offensively, but the defensive role we had him playing. He was terrific. And I thought Todd Goldstein to ruck basically 100% of the game with a little bit of help from Drew. And I think that our players now have enough evidence to know that our best is pretty good. But it's important they remember, why we're able to play that way. And if we continue to work on the things because there are still a lot of things we've got to work on, but, I think the signs for the future are really, really good.
From the transformation of the last month or so, what is the fundamental difference between a team that was struggling to beat Gold Coast a few weeks back and was beat pretty comprehensively by the Bulldogs to the last month where you've beaten 3 Adelaide, St Kilda, the finals aspirants, Carlton decisively, and run West Coast, who are one of the best teams in the comp to a couple of points?
Yeah.
The difference.
I always say, the people think it's an overnight turnaround. I mean, the players would say that we're not doing anything too different. I mean, I would argue that I didn't think we were blown away by the Bulldogs. I think we played really poorly and got beaten by 18 points. So Port Adelaide, we played really well for 105 minutes over in a hostile environment. You can, regardless of where they are on the ladder, and we had a horrible last 10 minutes. So, I think the reality is that we didn't feel internally we were going as poorly as everyone else thought we were. But we did provide some pretty decent evidence for them to think that. So we just kept working really hard on the things that we had to improve on, and that hasn't changed in 3 years. So for us, I think that the players deserve all the credit. The assistant coaches have done a great job keeping morale up, because that is the one thing that can really affect your performance when you're not getting the results. And I think the players themselves have turned this around. This is a player-led recovery, if you like, and the leaders should take great credit. And we're really proud of our leaders. We've got Boomer and we've got Drew, who have been around for a while, but they are doing a fantastic job of mentoring Swallow and Zeeble, and Wells is a terrific leader in his own right. So I think the leaders and the players and the assistant coaches should take great credit for the last month.
Could you call it a coming of age almost with what you said, particularly with that second tier as you talked about?
No, because I don't think we've proven that consistently enough yet. I think most people can probably see the signs from Sean Atley and Kieran Harper's 3 goals tonight, and his explosive speed and his kicking, and he's a really powerful young man. And I think there are a lot of signs from those players, but the consistency's not there yet. But in their defence, they've only played 20 games, so it's pretty hard to be consistent when you're a 20 gamer. Robbie Tarrant. People say, gee, he's come of age. Well, he's played 15 games or something. It's around that mark. So I don't think you can really say that as a team we've come of age until we do it on a consistent basis. So the rest of the season is going to be really important.
You must have been rapid with Grimes tonight.
Well, I thought he was in our best 3 players last week as well. I thought that when he's defending one-on-one like he has the last 2 weeks, I struggle to think of a more competitive defender that I've come across, and I've played against them with some pretty competitive defenders. So, yeah, he's a really competitive person and a real. We talk about leaders. Nani's one of the guys who gets all the players up, and it's a really important role when morale's down, and when our morale's down, we look to Nathan Grimer, get it back up. So he's been really important, not only on field but off field.
Just going back to your previous answer about some of the team, I think, I don't know, can we judge teams too quickly with where you're at, age, games experience, that sort of thing? Should you be a better side by the end of the year than you were at the start?
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens around you?
Oh, yeah, it's a funny one. I mean, I said last year that we definitely improved as a side, even though we finished in exactly the same spot on the ladder. A lot of outside influences affect that. But, we started the year as the 15th most experienced list in the competition. But, I think that you guys are in the business of judging teams on a weekly cycle. So I don't blame anyone for criticising us. I mean, everything that was said about us, we gave people the ammunition and the evidence for that. So you guys judge people on a 7-day cycle, week to week. So my job is to look at the longer term.
Has it been, my judgment would be that North had a pretty good run of injuries relative to a lot of other clubs this year. Has that been pretty significant in building continuity to get to where you are now? Because a lot of clubs haven't had that. And I think you're
No doubt. And Mark Murphy had an influence on the game tonight. I thought he was considering his injury and his absence. I thought he was very, very good. But he's a super player. And Judd's obviously a super player. But the loss of your two ruckmen, Warnock and Hampson are not there. Cruz has to go it alone. Cade Simpson's a really important player. I think that our injury rate is not through luck. I think that's the important thing. People say, gee, you've been lucky with injury. You can be lucky if you don't have broken bones and knee reconstructions and those things. But our sports science team, led by Steve Saunders and Peter Mulkerns and John Siegel, they do an unbelievable job in preventing these things. So, and they have for the last 2 years. So it's not luck. It's through their hard work and diligence.
I can remember like 12 or 18 months ago you said that players didn't believe that they could knock off good teams. Has that changed now?
Probably fair question for Drew, I think, rather than me.
Yeah, it has. We do believe a lot more now, and there is that when we run out each week, but we still got to understand where we're at, and we still haven't played finals for the last couple of years. We're still only just in the 8, so it's great to have the belief when we run out on a weekend, but we can't get carried away with our position at the moment.
How's Patch's shoulder? Did it pop out?
Oh, no. My report, he came back on, so I don't know, he went back off again, but he attacks the ball with such ferocity that he usually comes off a bit bruised and battered, but they think he'll be okay. But I can't tell you definitively or not.
Thanks, Al.
Okay, thanks.